boarding card, we're checked in, all looking good. Let's hope it carries on like this. We're checked in, 2 bags each. So, usual passport, add your vaccination certificate, COVID test report, and then do it all again for the Arrive Can app. It's not too difficult, but I wasn't sure I got it right, but apparently I did. A moment of mad panic when I thought there were very few seats left, but it turns out the seats available were actually the seats full. Only a third full in the end, no problem. Heading down for our COVID test. Had a little bit of trouble finding the location. We have it, no signs at all that we are in the right location. Car Park 1, Hong Kong International Airport. Here we are at the COVID test centre. Dorothy, myself, a lot of other people. That says COVID Centre. Okay, that's why I didn't see that sign. There we are. COVID Centre. It is 4-something in the morning. In a moment, I'm going to put the lights on because we have to check in for our flight. And then I might talk louder, but I'll do that in a moment. Cameron not quite awake this morning. We are. Food for the flight, so we don't know what we're going to get.
因為上機嘅時間好早，除咗執行李之外呢，我哋都準備咗啲食物，以備不時之需。
Well, we are leaving the house for 9 months. I can't really believe it. I've never planned to do that. I've never done that before. 9 months before we come home. Surreal feeling. Dorothy?
好緊張，好刺激。希望今次嘅旅程順利愉快，但係呢個疫情底下，咩事都會發生。咁我哋見步行步啦。離開屋企之前，我哋再確認有冇旅遊護照、疫苗嘅證明書、72小時有效嘅陰性檢疫證明，同埋做好網上登記 Arrive Can 嘅申報。OK。可以放心出門啦。
I haven't been on a flight in 14 months, so I need to remember what to do. Luckily, the taxi driver has still got his act together.
We used to tell the taxi driver heading to the Terminal 1 or which terminal.
No choice, only one.
I know.
Yeah,
and the airline, name of the airline.
Yep.
Now not anymore.
No choice at all. Now entering Hong Kong Airport Departure Terminal. This used to be one of the busiest international airports in the world. But this morning, Air Canada flight to Vancouver, Air Canada 008, is not quite the only flight. I say not quite the only one. There are a couple of other flights this morning.
機場冇乜人，但我哋發現呢，除咗加拿大航班之外呢，其實都有其他嘅航班運作，所以今朝早呢，我哋唔係唯一一班嘅班機起飛。
I want to ask you, do you have another surgery for mask? Because for our
Not accepting for.
Community mask.
Okay, yeah, I have another one.
That's
Yes,
the surgery one, right?
surgery one. Yes.
N95.
Sorry?
N95.
Yes, that's okay. Please change it before you get boarding.
Sure. Thank you.
I need your PCR test result and your rest.
Soft copies, hard copies, print every page out. No designer masks, no masks with vents. We thought N95s were okay, but they're about to get rejected at the departure gate because they have a vent. Surgical masks only, my advice.
櫃台職員話俾我哋知，如果係要上飛機嘅話呢，只可以用手術口罩，所以如果係一個靚翻口嘅口罩呢，係唔適合嘅。
No queues at security, but it's still laptops out. We've made it, airside. The once busy terminal is virtually deserted. No one in sight, very few people around. Most of the shops are shut and very few restaurants. I know we were early for our flight, but we could only find one open.
睇下前邊嗰笪地，以前係 Starbucks， 好多人排隊買咖啡，而家剩返空地一片。我哋由辦理登機手續、行李檢查、過關出境，大概用咗1個小時，整體嚟講都算幾順利。
New rules apply. Separate dining areas for transfer passengers, departure passengers and staff. Similar rules for the toilets as well. It looks like some of the restaurants open later, or maybe they just take it in turns. Either way, limited choice, but no queue.
客運大樓好靜，疫情底下呢，食嘢嘅安排亦都係將乘客同埋機場職員嘅用餐地點分開。咁當然1.5米嘅保持距離係照舊啦。而家係大概早上7點幾，但係只係得一間餐廳開咗，選擇唔係好多。Hello.
Dorothy's being very careful, wearing 2 masks.
No, I just want to have some design on my mask.
Travelator, only working in one direction. A couple of duty-free shops open, but not at all busy. We're not tempted to buy. Everything else is closed.
平時我上飛機之前呢，我都鍾意買啲零食或者雜誌，但係而家好多鋪頭都冇開到，淨係得1-2間 duty free， 對我嚟講冇乜用。
Some of the facilities are closed off. There's no water points at all. But here's our aircraft, Boeing 787 of Air Canada, with special titles. We are about to leave Hong Kong. Our final check before boarding, and then down the air bridge to the aircraft. Feeling quite confident now.
終於可以登機啦！再望多香港幾眼先，出年見。
Plenty of empty seats, lots of space, quite slow boarding as everyone's taking it very cautiously, though I think we're all happy to be on board. We finally went for the N95 with designer cover. This was accepted by the onboard medical staff who provided a snack for Korea. In-flight amenities include a disinfectant pack which is securely sealed. Once you've opened it, can we have it open please? We need it open, please. A yes now. Thank you. Once you've opened it, you will find disinfectant wipes, hand sanitizers, and the much talked about but seldom seen surgical mask. During a brief 1 hour 30-minute stop in Seoul, during which you could either sit in your seat and twiddle your thumbs, or twiddle your thumbs while sitting in your seats, we were on our way to Vancouver. It's a pity we couldn't enjoy Seoul, as it was obviously a beautiful day, but Vancouver is our destination. And so, with a mere 9 hours of our journey remaining, we continued east. Day became night, a very short one, and night became day.
全程14個半鐘頭嘅航機，我哋終於見到溫哥華啦。
Welcome to Vancouver. It may be dull and grey, but it's certainly a pleasant sight.
雖然見唔到啲乘客樣，但係我感覺到大家都好開心，急急腳咁樣離開飛機。我哋終於到達溫哥華啦。
Vancouver is a long trek from the aircraft to the arrivals hall, but the exercise was most welcome.
溫哥華國際機場分2層，上層係入境客運大樓，而下層呢係出境客運大樓。
You know you're in British Columbia from the indigenous art. Arrivals was very quiet by Vancouver standards, just us and an Air India flight being processed. Formalities were very, very swift, and not even a temperature check on us.
我哋離開香港出境嘅時候呢，就好多檢疫要求，但係到咗溫哥華反而就變得簡單，冇要求體溫檢查，消毒手液亦都唔多，同以前飛溫哥華嘅情況差唔多。當我哋由踏出飛機到攞行李呢，其實全程都唔需要半個鐘。
We've arrived in Vancouver and are met by Tim Horton. Some welcome cool fresh air at the pickup point.
Well, we made it. Almost 24 hours travel from getting up to arriving here. And the weather's quite pleasant. So, yes.
Everything quite smooth as well. The flight is on time, arrive on time, entertainment is good, food, so-so, service, nothing.
Power supply, terrible. But apart from that, we're okay.
I think the important thing is that they safely took us to Vancouver.
Yes.
That's good enough. Thank you, Duncan, for picking us up. Soon we can see my mum. Our next episode will introduce Vancouver and its vicinity special. Stay tuned. 多謝姐夫 Duncan 接機，好快就可以見到媽媽啦。今集到此為止，下一集我哋會到溫哥華找尋好玩嘅地方同大家分享。下集見啦！